if you're a military family, you shouldn't be throwing away your BAH by living on base and not getting it, or giving it to a landlord and helping him pay his mortgage. In 5 steps, I can show you how much home you can buy and what your maximum home payment can be. So if you take out a piece of paper real quick, understand this doesn't take the place of getting actually pre-approved for a loan, but I don't need to pull your credit and do all that stuff to tell you what you can buy, generally speaking. It takes 5 steps in about 2 minutes. So first of all, establish what your gross income is. That's your base pay, your BAH, your BAS, your spouse's income. Any of that income is gross monthly income you can use. Even if you live on base now and you don't get BAH now, when you move off base you will, therefore you can use it. So you can look and find out what your BAH would be and use that to qualify. Add all that up, that's your gross monthly income. For my example, so you can follow along, I've got $5,000 a month listed. VA allows for 60% what's called debt to income ratio. Your house payment plus your debt has to be under 60% of your gross income. So if you take 60% of your gross income, that'll give you the maximum that you can do for debt and your house. So in my example, 5,000 times 60% is $3,000. Then because that's for your house payment and your monthly debt, we have to subtract your monthly debt to find out how much your house payment maximum is. I'm using $600 as an example. That is, when I say monthly debt, I don't mean the $30,000 car balance. I mean the $300 car payment, the $50 minimum credit card payment, the student loan that costs you $98 a month, that kind of thing. Your monthly on your credit report, not utilities, not any of that stuff, but what would be on your credit report. Subtract that from that remainder. That will give you your maximum home payment. In my example, I've got $5,000 worth of income times 60% is $3,000. $3,000 minus $600 in car payments and credit cards and student loans, that kind of thing, leaves me $2,400 a month. So $2,400 a month I would qualify for in this example to buy a home. That's how much you have available. Now, step 2 is, based on that payment, how much home can you buy for $2,400 a month? And I'll tell you, one important thing to always remember is, for every $100,000 you borrow, it's about $600 a month if we're talking California property taxes. So I'm talking about payment and taxes and insurance and everything. If you take $600 for every $100,000, that'll give you a good idea. So if I take this, working backwards, if I take this $2,400 a month, or you take your payment that you qualify for per month and divide it by 600, that'll give you a figure. 2,400 divided by 600, for me, on this example, is 4. 4 times 100,000 is the amount that I would qualify for in terms of a max purchase price with 0 down using the VA loan. So that should walk you through it. Divide by 600, that'll give you a figure. If your figure is 5.86, that means you'd qualify for around $586,000. If your figure is 3.25, it's $325,000 approximately. Now, this doesn't wipe out the need to go through and make sure you're verifying income correctly. There's some things that you can do with your BAH and BAS to show more income. And I would always recommend getting pre-approved, even if it's well in advance of getting your buying your home. But hopefully this helps give you an idea of what you can buy and gets you away from paying your BAH or losing your BAH, because that can add up to a ton of money over time.